bro. Like, scream.
Okay, everybody shut the fuck up
scream.
and let me start the show.
Back up and scream.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Boom. Ooh, 101 bitches. Woo! Already know.
Shout outs to Zoe.
Shout outs to Chase.
Shout outs to teenage pregnancy.
Shout outs to Logan.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Shout out to Sesame
That
Place.
was one on there. Shout outs to Michael. Shout outs to Quinn. Right. What was her boyfriend's name? Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
it was definitely Mark Ruffalo.
What was Victoria Justice's
Shout
name on
outs
the
to
show?
Whoopi Goldberg.
She was in that show.
Yeah, what was her name?
Lola.
Yeah.
No, I
Lola
remember
Bunny?
fucking Quinn had that fat boyfriend. His name was like Mark.
Oh, I remember
Mark
that.
Rubio.
Yeah,
What was it? It's just like
fucking homie, bro. That
Mark-
guy was
Mark
so
Giraffe-
hot.
Mark
Is this still the
Jarugolo.
intro?
Yeah,
Welcome
bro.
to the Joystick Show.
Episode 101. You not get it, bro?
Episode 101. Coming in hot after our first triple-digit episode into our second triple-digit episode. I'm Bobby.
Dylan.
Joey.
Jerry.
And we are Team Joystick. We're here to fucking tell some fucking jokes and talk about, shit going on in the internet, in pop culture, on video games, on movies. I don't think that's grammatically correct, but you get the gist.
It's a
On
bunch
everything.
of commas.
It'd be mad fucking cool if you could like this podcast. You could just go ahead and hit this little thumbs up. Looks like that. Literally looks like that. You just
gotta
click
hit that. Hit it
right?
once, man.
And then there's a rectangle. Is it still a rectangle?
I
that
think
says
so.
Subscribe?
Yeah, it
I
might
don't know
be
if they're
curved.
changing the shapes these days. Maybe,
Red.
yeah, you're right. Might be a
Curved edges.
rounded rectangle.
20 years from now is going to be looking different. So.
Yeah.
I think it'll still be red.
Yeah. It's
YouTube,
be blue.
YouTube's red, bro.
Yeah.
YouTube's definitely right.
And sub to the boys, like the boys, and leave a little comment. We're gonna be talking about a little bit of things,
We'll
but
tell you what the
yeah,
comment.
exactly. Just stick around for it. Don't worry. This is one of those episodes we've got topics planned for.
Yeah,
So
we're
we're not going in
topics.
like, yeah, I saw a bird yesterday.
Yeah, what kind of bird was
made a
it?
funny
I did
sound.
though.
Jerry be like, I see mad.
I see
I saw a
mad
bird the other
birds.
day.
I mean, honestly, anybody can jump off at this point. I mean, we haven't talked in like 2 weeks.
We
It's
haven't.
a lie, but
Yeah, I feel like
We haven't talked here.
I feel like we could do 2 podcasts, but that would be
yeah.
not
Look,
giving
new
you that.
light.
Yeah.
Woo!
Cool.
We got lights. There's just every
Yo, Bobby
episode is
going
going to be
crazy.
new lights.
Oh, don't worry about it. Give me like fucking 20 episodes. This shit is gonna be looking oof.
The table's going to be glowing.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh damn! I didn't know we had.
We'll replace it with a giant orb.
Yeah.
We become
We
orbs.
just hover over everything.
We're orbs. Okay,
Yeah.
We gotta move on from here.
Yeah.
There's no way
No.
anybody can
How was Eddie?
segue
How was
that.
Eddie?
We're falling deep into the abyss here.
No, explain why we got all these awesome
Oh yeah,
shirts.
why everybody here except Jerry has these awesome shirts. Yeah, I got back from Florida and I said to myself that I want to be a good friend and I want to get my friends really thoughtful souvenirs, great gifts that they could, use in their personal lives. So I totally didn't go to the clearance rack at an Orlando gift shop and buy these guys shirts that totally were made in the year 2022 and are totally their size. But,
Yeah.
we've got White Boy Wasted. Joey, he knows jack shit.
Joey's
but-
is actually hysterical.
mine-
Oh yeah,
Turn around.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Joey's is it?
I'm going to try to turn around. There you go. I don't want to fuck up any of the wires.
Hold on, let's read this out real quick. So you don't know jack shit? He's the only son of Aw Shit, and Oh Shit. Oh boy. Aw Shit, the fertilizer magnate, married Oh Shit, the owner. So they're this. Okay, so first of all, there's a little bit of you see some
There's some
incest going on.
backstory,
Yeah,
yeah.
they have the same last name.
Yikes.
Jack Shit married No Shit. Oh, they produced 6 children. Holy shit, their first passed on shortly after birth. That's actually sad. Crap. This is a biography. Next came twin sons, Deep Shit and Dip Shit. 2 daughters, Full of Shit and Give a Shit. Oh, I get it. And another son, Bullshit. Okay. Deep Shit married Lot of Shit. Why is everybody in this town named the same?
Right?
Bob,
And they
we're-
had
Bob,
a
we're-
son.
Like-
Shut up, Joey. You're not part of this right now. You're just a T-shirt, okay?
Okay.
Chicken Shit, Full of Shit and Give a Shit married the
Happens, brothers.
Happens brothers. The Shit Happens children are Dog Shit, Bird Shit, and Horace Shit. I see what they did there. That was a stretch. Bullshit just married a
spicy number.
spicy number piece of shit. Oh, I get it. She's probably like Hispanic or
She's
something.
like pizza. She's
Yeah,
like
pizza
you know,
shit.
like
And they are awaiting the arrival of baby shit. Now you know Jack Shit. And now Joey's back on the podcast. Thank you for that,
That was
Joey.
great.
What the fuck kind of shirt is this?
I love that shit.
Joey's like just realizing what he's wearing.
It's so fucking funny, bro.
I got Jerry that super fancy Metallica shirt, totally.
Oh, yeah.
And by that I mean Jerry forgot to bring his shirt that I got.
Yeah, my
him.
shirt was great though.
His shirt was. You're gonna have to take a picture of it. So I
Yeah,
can put it up
yeah.
right here. Boom.
This is his shirt.
Original Hunter. Yeah, because you know Jerry and
Yeah, I go hunting all the time.
Jerry
Cabela
and,
over
and
here.
Bass Pro Shops. And I've got a little, blew off work, went fishing. But don't worry, I bought like 5 of these, so every week for the next couple episodes.
It's gonna be a silly shirt.
Yeah, we got a couple.
43
of
people
them.
like that shirt.
43 people did like this shirt, and 3 of them are right here.
No,
Yep.
All right,
not true.
So
Not true.
you were at the beach today. You did like a summery thing.
Yeah, my cousin is here from Florida. Shout outs to Nino.
What's up, Nino?
And
Nino introduction.
Nino, stupid.
Pulling
He's
a
also-
Jerry.
His name is actually
That was a great
Salvador.
joke.
He goes by Sal, but I think as a family name, we call him Nino. But his name is Sal, and he's here with his girlfriend. So we took him to Coney Island. We took him to like Dumbo, Brooklyn. Tomorrow
nice.
we're going to Times Square. So they're enjoying themselves a lot. So in Coney Island, just vibing around, I went to the Sugar Factory. And at the Sugar Factory, I found this drink. I bought it in watermelon, and it was all right. Made me more thirsty, but I thought we could try this.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what?
Can I see it?
Yeah, sure.
It may explode, but
Warhead's sour green apple
no, because you knocked it
soda.
over. So
My flavor-packed soda will blow your mind and taste buds away. Who the fuck is Wally? Is
Yo, how
that
much
Wally?
sugar does that have?
is that his name? Wally the Warhead? Is he like?
Oh man, the lore.
Yeah, we got to stay in focus.
That's what we drinking, So
Thank
Be
you.
careful, and I want to try it.
yeah, that's like one of my
I'm
favorite
scared.
candies. But I feel like anytime people make like a byproduct of a candy that you really like,
Ugh,
it's
it's
always
never
the
good.
worst.
I'll be the last
That being
one.
said, Jolly Rancher Ice Pops.
Those
Mad
are
good.
fucking good, bro.
I also like they intentionally didn't make
Look
cherry.
at that. That's mad green.
Look how green that is. It's fucking. It's apple flavor.
Tastes exactly like the candy.
It does?
A little sour.
Yeah, right.
A little tingle in there.
That'd be great if it was cold.
That would.
Damn, that tastes good. That's like some shit that tastes like the green apple.
You ever had the Jones green apple soda?
It also tastes like the green apple from Cheeseburger. If you've ever had that,
Yeah, that too.
that's
But
what it reminds me.
it's like the exact same flavoring, except they went through the effort to actually make it sour because
Yeah.
those are just
Yeah.
flavored. This is interesting.
Nice.
Would you sit and drink a sour drink?
It's not like I like sour cocktails, so I feel like
Yeah.
I would.
True,
Yeah.
Or like ones that are like tart. I
You gotta
usually
sip
like
on
tart
it, right.
things.
Like a whiskey sour?
Yeah.
Right. You're not trying to chug a sour drink.
Not to break off of conversation, but I recently found out that whiskey sours are supposed to be made with like an egg white, and I've never had like a real whiskey sour.
No,
and
yeah,
I wanna
they
try it
whisk
with,
that shit, bro. It's
They
crazy.
whisk it in there. I
But,
think I had one that was real.
But is that all you did at Coney, or?
No, we went on the Wonder Wheel and we did the
Classic.
shaky one. The shake, because you always got to do.
You
the
gotta
shaky
do the
one.
shaky
The
one.
stationary ones suck.
I've never been on the Wonder Wheel.
Really? Oh, I know what we're gonna try to do. Probably not.
But
But
you do not want to go on the Wonder Wheel with me, by the way, bro. I shake that shit. I shake my.
I'm not
I stick your arms out, bro. I'm like, bro.
The best way I could put it is, truthfully speaking, I'm not afraid of the Wonder Wheel. I'm afraid of Coney Island. That's it's a
Interesting.
dangerous fucking space. Like,
Bony town.
a lot of people just fucking, I don't know. And that was like pre-COVID. That
I mean, as someone who watched like a documentary of like Coney
you
Island,
scared of the Warriors?
yeah, it's like, well, no, Coney Island's been that since like the 1800s.
Yeah.
Like back in think of Coney Island now, it was exactly the same, just older and even more crowded.
yeah,
Like Coney, like that was the shit back
less
in the day.
roller coasters.
That was the shit. Yo, they got a horse. You can ride
They
it.
had an elephant that they euthanized, bro.
That's
Sheesh.
crazy. The freak
I know
show
they
was
had
there.
I know they had an
Yeah.
elephant.
The freak
That's
show
where
is
it came
there.
They had
And
an elephant hotel. I know that.
Yeah.
My dad fucking talked about that every time we went to Coney. There used to be an elephant hotel.
No, I feel like everyone's parents take their kid to Coney Island to be like, when I was young, this was
Yeah.
nice, and now it's shit.
You know what? Here's something cool.
Hold on, I want to tell a quick story about parents in Coney Island. My mother always shares with me her story that my grandfather liked like scaring my mother when she was a little girl. My mother and her siblings. So they went to the freak show in Coney Island, and my mom says I don't remember anything but one like person, and he was in a cage with like riding all around his room. and the guy was like, "This man is on 35 drugs. This man is unstable," and she says that the guy was like in his underwear, like, and would jump into the cage and be like, "Ah!"
That's a freak.
Scream!
Oh my god!
Scream at the
Love
kids
this
and
shit,
scare them.
I used to want to try to get a job at that place, man. That was back when I was in that like magic, fire eating, nail in the nose type of phase.
bro.
I actually bought a magnet. I think I still have it.
Carney
on me
vibes,
now.
bro.
No, I was gonna say like it's funny. I was also gonna talk about like an old head kind of viewpoint on Coney Island, but older than parent, my grandma. Once I remember we were hanging out and she went through a whole story where she taught me about why Coney Island is named Coney Island. You guys know
Because all the
why?
ice cream cones, right?
You know why Coney Island is named Coney Island?
What?
Disclaimer, might be wrong. I don't know how right my grandma is on this
You're
information.
probably wrong,
But apparently Coney Island was named Coney Island because originally it was home to a lot of rabbits that were native to the island, and they were called conifers. So for shortened, they called it Coney Island.
That's actually
Aw.
correct. That's actually
Thank you, Grandma.
That's actually correct. Let's go, Grandma.
That's cool.
If you ever wonder where I get my trivia brain
Yeah,
from,
it's her.
it's the woman I watched Jeopardy with as a
Yep.
kid.
I got
Oh.
this magnet,
That's sick.
Nice.
and apparently, like the
It's like
Coney
you
Island
stole
symbol.
a bathroom tile.
Let me see it.
It's the Coney Island mascot is a mermaid,
Yeah.
and in the freak show exhibit, it's kind of like edging towards like to the gothic, like edgy people. Like, look at these cool things, and it's a skeletal mermaid, and I immediately was drawn to it. Like, I was even like considering just tatting on me.
Looks like a coaster, but it's nice. I like it.
Word. Like, I would have that
Use it
small
for
tatted on me somewhere and be like, yeah, it's the Coney Island.
That's fire.
The Coney Island
I don't like
mermaid.
Coney
Pretty
Island
sick.
that much to tat it on
Just
me.
just a little, no mention of
All
Coney
they've
Island.
got, in my opinion, is the aquarium and the freak show, and
Yeah.
some
Bro,
good,
the
and some
Cyclone?
good ice cream.
The cyclone.
I've been on
go
the
on the
Cyclone.
cyclone with someone big, and you'll be like, "No,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want to
you'll
go
get
on the
squished.
cyclone." This
You also have
shit-
to keep in mind it just came back from Universal and Disney,
Yeah.
so like,
See,
Bro, that's
he's
the
good
extra
for a few
adrenaline
months.
rush,
I don't know,
yeah,
it's like, if I got on the Cyclone now, I'd just be pissed.
There's
Like,
a ride in Coney Island that I kind of hope it stays there. It's called Stampede, and the coaster is that it's like a bunch of race horses in front of you, and you
It's a
lean-
remake of an old ride. That was the first ever roller coaster in Coney Island.
So wait, it didn't have seats. Motherfuckers were just leaning forward.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like what?
What was I gonna say?
No,
Speaking
you
of-
lean forward and the latch is on your back, not even on your front. So it just goes back and it goes.
Yeah.
And you're
crazy.
just there sitting on the chair like that. Like
Yeah,
a
that's
horse.
wild.
I was gonna say, speaking of amusement parks, what's going on with these characters, man?
Oh yeah.
Word.
They're being characters, man.
Oh yeah.
So hold
Racist
on.
Rosita.
Kinda character.
That's where it started, right?
That's where it started.
with Rosita. So
yeah, it started with
to bring people up to speed. A few weeks back, a video came up around on TikTok, Instagram, where a mother brought her child to Sesame Place, and as they were doing a character parade, they were trying to get the person who plays Rosita in the Rosita costume to notice the child and high five her or whatever. And as they were walking by, Rosita shunned the child who was black and then proceeded to like make a gesture like no and walk past it and then high five white children right past her. And then it spurred this whole like racial debate where Sesame Place had to come in and say like no. She was saying no because somebody behind her was trying to get them to hold a baby, and that's we don't have that policy. And they were like, no, of course Sesame Place is not racist. And then 3 more videos came out of the same Rosita actress shunning other black and colored children in front of white children. And it was like, I don't know, Sesame Place. That bitch might be a little racist.
especially in like suburban like New Jersey.
Do you think
or
it's
wherever
the same Rosita actress in all of those 3 videos?
What if Rosita's
I
like
think
just
it
canon?
would,
There's
right?
a good chance.
There's a good
Either that or
chance.
they have a huge problem with the entire staff. Like it's one or the other, bro.
Honestly, and I was gonna. I have like so many things to say, and I kind of like
I
brain
mean, the people in
farted.
there probably not making a lot of money. It's probably not too hard to get a job there. You know, it's just people doing whatever people
You'd
do.
be surprised. My cousin
You
from
think?
Florida doing like product management. He learns all about like amusement park and like the staffing and stuff. And he says it's kind of hard. And he says everyone from any state comes to Florida, like those parks, the amusement parks, and they try to go for Disney, and Disney chews them up and spits them out. Like he says they come in like in their Mickey Mouse gear, and they're like, I'm gonna work at Disney, and they're like, we're gonna put you to work. Like
That's
this
not
is not
it.
fun.
So I got a little bit of insider information, not only from my friend who works at Disney, but from I had friends who used to work at Disney. And then I've never heard it said to me this way. And when I heard it, it was both the saddest but funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. So like when you work for Disney and you like intern for them or whatever, like you still have to pay rent. So you get paid from Disney, and then Disney owns the place that you live at, so you have to pay rent to Disney.
Wow.
And then all the food and all the clothes that you buy are on facility property. So essentially Disney gives you money to give it back, back to Disney. It's just a great fucking cycle. I've never thought of that. Like, no wonder that shit is a well-oiled machine.
Who are they paying? Nobody. They're not paying people shit. Maybe they'll pay fucking Olaf, perhaps, but even then, probably not.
But then, like after the whole Rosita shit came out, there was like a lot of
it happened at Disney.
There was a lot of videos that came out of other characters from other parks doing it. There was the Rapunzel one, which in my opinion was pretty. Yeah. Out of all of the ones that I've seen, that had to be the most blatant. Because like, first of all, it's not a it's not a character.
It's
costume.
not a mask. Yeah, she's not wearing a big mask.
A dress, and she's wearing some makeup and a wig, right? So like you can clearly see that she's like choosing which kid she wants to see and which kid she doesn't want to. And like the second thing is that, you know, usually at Disney you have to like take pictures, you have to get on a line for this kind of thing. The mother is like running behind the kid, and again, this kid is literally running to see Rapunzel. It's not like this kid is off to the side, like she's chasing this chick down to get a picture with Rapunzel. And the mom even asks, she even says, right? She's like, where's the line, honey? We got to get in the line. And another mother, she asks, she's like, where's the line? And she's like, there's not really a line. We just like got up to take a picture. And they're like, okay, cool. When the little black girl wants to go get the picture taken, that's when Rapunzel's like, nope, we're not taking pictures anymore. And she leaves. And even after leaving, there's one little girl who comes to take a picture, and she decides to hug her or something like that, shunning the...
No, but what's even more effed up is that little girl was vocal. Like, this wasn't like a little kid that saw and was like starstruck. Most of them are little kids. This was like a 7-8-year-old girl. She was 7 and vocal. Like, hey, Rapunzel.
You can't ignore that.
Rapunzel, hey. Exactly. And I was like, you can't hear her?
Word.
Like, word. You hear her.
Disney hasn't said anything about that. I would love to hear Disney. Disney would like to apologize. The actress who played Rapunzel had the hair stuck inside of her ear.
Oh. She was blinded and could not see the child.
She was only able to hear the vocal frequencies that come out of white mouths, not out of colored mouths.
And if you know stuff about Walt Disney, that's not
you know surprising. What? My cousin shared with me that they had another. It was a Disney parade, and there was a little black girl wearing a dress that resembled like Jessie from Toy Story. And then the Jessie character comes out. Woody's on the side with the black family, and Jessie's on the other side. And they're screaming, Jessie! Yeah. Jessie! And Woody sees the kids, and he's trying to wave Jessie down, and then runs to the other side in this mascot costume, taps Jessie, points to the little girl,
when Jessie
and
notices
Jessie runs like an Olympic runner. Runs to and like hugs her and high fives her and comments on like the dress and everything. And I was like, they know now. They're like, they probably did some kind of like, you say hi, you stop everything you're doing.
They are filming you now, guys. But like, it's one of those things. Like in America, I feel like it's surprising, but it's not fucking surprising. It's just kind of like, it's annoying when people deny it in the most blatant forms. Yeah. And it's like, wow, the country deeply rooted in racism is racist. Wow.
Yeah, word.
You know what? I also back onto the Disney thing. I started realizing those princess meet and greets. They happen often, and it's always like Ariel, Rapunzel, Elsa. Everyone fucking loves Elsa. I don't recall any time they've done Princess Tiana.
I've seen it.
I haven't. Mm-hmm. I haven't. So I was kind of like, when do they do it?
In a second, because I just came back from there in person. So
okay.
I can speak about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just spent a week in Florida. First off, well needed. Definitely needed that. I want to start off this little segment by giving a huge shout out to my friend Cassie. She's the fucking dopest. She actually used to live in that house right there. She used to be my next door neighbor for like 20 years. And she was the one who I mentioned earlier that she's actually just coming off the Disney internship program and all that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, you know, we kept in contact, or rather we got back in contact a few weeks ago or something like that. So she knew that I was coming to Florida. And she had even mentioned something like before I came where she was like, I can get you into Disney if you wanted to go. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And we had just kind of said like, just keep, you know, like, let me know what your schedule is and we'll figure it out. And I was like, cool, whatever. So we got to Florida. We spent the first day just chilling by the pool, blah, blah, blah. Our flight got delayed by like 6 hours. So we kind of missed our first day there. But, you know.
I feel like that always happens.
Yeah, you know, I was chilling.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was Monday. So this is the second day that we're there. And a day starts the exact same. We're chilling by the pool. And then Cassie hits me up and she's like, and I already know that she's not working Monday. So I know that I'm going to see her on that day. And she's like, hey, what are you up to? And I'm like, nothing. Like, I'm just already waiting for you to go hang out. She's like, oh, cool. You want to go to EPCOT? And I was just like, sure. Like, that's sick. So then she's like, yeah, just let me know how you're going to get there. So I went to my parents, and then I was like, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, Cassie invited me to go to EPCOT. And they're like, that's amazing. Da, da, da. So they're like, we'll drop you off. So I text her, and I'm like, hey, my parents said they'll drop me off. Where do you want me to meet her? And she's like, I can get them into EPCOT, too. Boom, let's go. So we all went to EPCOT for free, which is kind of sick.
Yeah.
What was even cooler is she's on like the disability access list for her epilepsy, which is the exact same type of epilepsy that I have. So she put me on the list, and we got like fast pass for a bunch of the rides.
That's
which is
fucking
cool.
dope.
Yeah. The only thing that was kind of unfortunate was the new ride that's there, the Guardians ride. It's like the new
How
roller
was it?
coaster.
I
couldn't go on it because since it's brand new, you need like a virtual queue to get into it.
You got to sign up at like 6
7 in the morning to get on it.
That's insane.
It's completely different.
Yeah, so you just get.
They usually do that whenever there's like a brand new ride, both there and at Universal. But
that's crazy.
Regardless, Disney was cool. It was the first time I ever went to EPCOT. But the reason I wanted to bring it up was because we were talking about the parades, and we were talking about you mentioned up like the Tiana thing. That EPCOT has a show that they put on every night at 9 called Harmonious. It's like a fireworks show that's mixed with like water
it's in the
projections.
Lake.
It's in the middle of the lake or whatever.
Cool.
So, she knows everything about Disney. She knows where to take us to get like the best, viewpoint and everything. Holy shit, was that fucking sick. Not only that, had my pen. Disney security sucks. This is Disney security. They're like, you walk through the thing, they're like, all right, go through, have a good time. That's Disney security. I swear to God. It's
like some Warped Tour vibes.
You go to Universal, it's like fucking TSA. There's the metal detector. Thing goes through.
Busch Gardens too in Tampa.
Oh shit! By the way, my friend told me a crazy story. However, the person who told her the story technically violated an NDA, so I can't say, you know what I mean? Like I
got it.
I wouldn't be able to tell the story, but I'm gonna tell you guys anyway afterwards, But it's fucking crazy. Nice. But the point is she has like all the insider scoop on the park since everybody she knows works at them, and she tells us she's like apparently like I think a year or two ago somebody tried to bring like guns into Universal, so after that's why they upped the security and shit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
She even tells us she's like I heard like 2 weeks ago somebody tried to bring a gun into like Hollywood Studios or something. It's fucking nuts.
Crazy.
You want to know something else I learned about Disney that was sick? Well, let me finish the Harmonious part. That was sick. It's essentially a fireworks show that goes on for like 15-20 minutes, but since it's EPCOT and it's themed around like nationality and internationality, it's like segments of songs from all the different Disney songs, and then they kind of like do a little theme based on that country. So for Beauty and the Beast, it's France. Yeah. They did Princess and the Frog, and that was like the American like Louisiana Bayou thing. They did Mulan, Chinese. But what's cool is they actually also sing the songs in that language too. So you hear like reflections in Chinese. Dope. You hear what was it? I think it was Let It Go in Nordish or Nordic and stuff like that. So it was really sick to hear them. But fucking the visuals are insane. And what's even
I've seen videos. So
what's crazy is like the fireworks create these huge clouds of smoke in the air, and then they project images on the smoke. So you're seeing like when they did
more shit.
When they did like the Arabic Aladdin genie part, they did like Prince Ali, and then like when they did all the smoke, you actually saw like the genie swerve up in the smoke and come up, and it was like, what the fuck? Like Disney's insane, bro. Yeah. Like
that's
and then and to think that they always like switch it up too. Like they change it every year. They do something different.
Switch it up.
Ate a lot of food, as you know.
Oh, EPCOT,
a lot of stuff to do at EPCOT. Had like sticky bun from Japan.
Oh, that shit, yeah, that's classic.
Had short ribs from France. It was pretty cool, But I was gonna say one thing I never knew about parks in general is that they have undercover security. Never knew that in my life. So like
I didn't know that.
No,
even stores have that, like retail stores.
No, I knew that, but I like at amusement parks I didn't know that.
So
I was undercover security technically.
So my friend Cash, she was like, her friend called her on her phone, and she was like, my friend's gonna meet us up real quick. He just wants to say hi since he's working today. And she told us, she's like, he's undercover security, and we meet this guy, and you look at him and you wouldn't think anything. He's just wearing a t-shirt, shorts, sunglasses, and he's like, hey, what's up? Enjoying the park, da-da-da, and he goes. But then she was like, when you've worked here a lot, you start to notice them everywhere you go. And sure enough, she would just point around, and they all look the exact fucking same. It's just
I mean,
top heavy dudes.
It's
in
undercover
t-shirt,
tops.
shorts, those fucking hunting visor
Oh
sunglasses,
my God.
backwards hat, and they're just like that.
It's
Florida
literally
man.
undercover cop vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Undercover cop.
Undercover
vibes.
cop.
Exactly.
Yeah, word.
So it was funny because my dad is like, the criminal in the past in me is gonna be looking out for this shit everywhere. And then we went to Universal the next day, and sure enough, my dad is looking everywhere, and he's like, that motherfucker's
I used to imagine your dad getting mad paranoid. Like, don't do that. This is some
do
random
that.
dude
He's
in
there.
his family.
He's there with his kids.
Yeah,
like,
he's
all
like-
right, kids.
All right. That's mad funny.
Yeah, it was mad cool. And Universal was sick too. I also got into Universal for free, which is crazy. Have my cousin who works there. What was actually kind of like scary at first is we got there to the park at like really early when it opens, and the woman was like, "These are for tomorrow," and we were like, "What the fuck?" And it happened to be that he put it for the wrong day. But the woman was super cool about it. She was like, "Just stand off to the side when you get it finished, come back." But she even said, she's like, "This happens sometimes. Just call the person who works that got you the tickets, and he can cancel them and just make them for today."
Yeah.
So we did it, and we got back in, and it was fine. But oh man, fucking
Fuck.
look, real quick.
What?
I love my dad, right?
Okay.
I love my dad. And I got to give him credit because I think the first night we were there, he got bit by something and it got infected. He got a staph infection from this.
Oh, what the
We had to go to
fuck?
like urgent care. He had to get fucking antibiotics for it and shit. So, we went to Universal, and we got the express passes too, so everything is going by smoothly. But it's almost like he didn't expect to wait at an amusement park. It's kind of like everything you do here, you're going to wait for it.
Yeah.
It's not even just the rides. It's like you want to go eat something, you're going to wait on a fucking line to get inside the restaurant. Or you're going to wait outside of that fucking booth.
It's like literally people make like, thousands of videos about how to not do like cheats to try to not wait on shit.
Yeah.
So it's like most people just wait on stuff.
But the crazy thing is like we would have the express passes and we would be waiting on a line like that's like 10 minutes. And my dad would still be like, "But what the fuck? I thought these were express passes, bro." And then we have to be like, "Dad, there's like an hour and a half line. Do you
that
want to
you're
go wait
skipping.
on that
You
line?"
paid $100 to skip the hour and a half line.
So we had to just constantly be like, "Dude, like
Dad, it could have been worse.
it could have been a lot worse."
Still,
But there was also a lot of weirdly enough, there were a lot of delays on the rides. It's never happened to me before. Like we'd be online for the ride, and they'd be like, "We're sorry, but this attraction is currently delayed. We have for maintenance," or something like that. Like that had never happened to me. It happened on 4 rides.
Imagine being on the regular line.
There was probably a crash there that wasn't reported on. Something went wrong with one of the rides, and now they probably have to do maintenance every hour or so.
Well, the one that all of them were like normal except for the Rip Ride. When we were online for Rip Ride, and that one, I felt bad for my dad, but when we got through that express line, it was literally like 5 minutes. We were already up at the top, maybe like 2 like cars of people
2
behind.
lanes away,
exactly. And they shut down the ride for maintenance issues, and they literally sent like 10 cars on. So we were up there for like 20 minutes just waiting.
They have to, yeah.
And people were getting off the line and leaving down like the service exit and shit like that. And my dad was about to, and I remember I stopped him and I was like, "I know you're tired, and I know you're like upset, but you're gonna leave, and this ride is gonna open again."
And you're gonna
just
you're gonna pick the song that you want, and
Just
you're
give
gonna
it a couple minutes, and sure enough, like 3 minutes later, everybody starts clapping. "We're back, yeah!" And he's like, "Thank God." What was that funny about that is we get on the ride, right? And like I said, we snuck our pen in, so we've been smoking.
Yeah, you're
I'm not gonna say it's the best experience because when I did it at Disney and I smoked, I got on the Remy ride. And, it was a good time. Like, we got on the ride.
Did you think you were the mouse?
No, it's not. I wasn't that
You're
fucked
like,
up. But, like, I'm on the ride and I'm chilling. And it didn't register until, like, the first time the car actually does, like, a mini drop that I'm, like, on a ride. So I've been on this line for, like, 10 minutes,
like,
the lady comes up.
sees
She's
the
like,
giant
The lady comes up to me. She's like, "How many to your party?" I'm like, 2. I get in. There's like fucking things moving around, and I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Bobby
and then when
thinks
it moves, I was like, "Oh,
Bobby thought they made a Ratatouille too.
Ratatouille, bro." No, that shit was Rat-a-40.
Yeah.
But that shit was mad
He
cool.
was in flow state.
But
right
after
there.
that, I was low key like, "Okay, I can't." This is one of those things. I even told my mom, I was like, "My endorphins are high enough. I'm at the parks. I'm having a good time.
You
like
don't
maybe I
gotta
don't
do
need it."
yeah.
But fucking what was I saying? When we got on Rip Ride, fucking it wasn't that. It was, oh my god.
Was that the tube thing?
The what?
Oh, the fast lazy river or something like that.
No. We didn't get a chance to do that.
Rip Ride is the roller
It's a roller coaster.
It's the roller coaster where you could select what music you want to listen to.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we rode that one, and it was, oh, yeah, that's what it is. So when we got on the coaster, you picked, like, a song. So I picked, and there's, like, an Easter egg. There's even, like, a whole list of songs that are not
you told me
there.
about that.
So
You break into it.
I put in my song. I did Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, rocking out. And it's me, my dad, and my cousin Jeremy from Florida. So we get on the ride. You know, what's also cool about that ride is it goes up completely 90 degrees vertically. So you go up like that. It's not even like that. Boom. So it's fun. We get on the ride. Yeah. And we boom, we finish it and we're like taxiing in to get off and have like the new people come on. And as we're going in, I'm like, that was sick, woo! And I put like my hand back like that, and I'm like, yeah, Jeremy. And he doesn't high five me, and I'm like, where's Jeremy? My dad's like, I can't see back there. So then like we get off and I look and Jeremy's not on the ride. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then like we went down and we waited and we're like looking up at like where the people come off, and then the second one goes on and everybody comes up and Jeremy's still not there. So my high ass is like, this motherfucker better have not flown off his roller coaster.
Flown off the ride.
So now in my head I'm like, bro, he's like mangled up somewhere, like, you know what I mean? And then the second one comes and he's like, woo! And I was like, what the fuck happened?
What happened?
There's like some guy took me off, thought it was a single rider. I was like, but I took like a deep breath, and that's when I was like, you need to chill, Bobby.
I love how my
cousin died. Oh, no,
my cousin.
My cousin died and no one noticed, bro. Like that, really, no one would notice him flying off the fucking.
Noticed.
20 million people enter the park a year. That's gonna notice.
So
he's like built now. Dude.
They put on a second trail of people and no one noticed.
And my last thing about the parks before I move it on. Oh my God, we were talking about it the other day that there's a Terminator ride that used to be there, and they replaced it with a Jason Bourne themed ride.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like a show.
It's a show,
right?
not a ride. Yeah, it's like an experience. You sit in a theater and watch it, but I'm not gonna talk about the actual show, even though it was fucking sick. You wait in a room before the doors open to the actual like audience theater or whatever.
Pre-show, yeah.
And after the doors open to let you in, there's no real like organization. You just kind of like funnel in. You see like a bunch of people holding their party members like that to get in and sit next to each other. Whatever. We're trying to let people go in, trying to be respectful. There's this fucking Hispanic old lady who walks past me, and she cocks her arm back and elbows me in the chest mad hard too, and it like hits me back like that. And then she said something to me in Spanish. I'm not gonna lie, it was fast and I didn't catch it, but I know it was insulting, so fuck that bitch. So I out loud said relájate, and I didn't catch that I said it. It was almost like an internal thing, like I told her to relax. And she looked at me like shocked, like she was like how would you respect your elder type thing. I was like, I don't give a fuck right now, you know. I don't know who you think I am,
Yeah,
bro.
literally, I'm high in the. I'm Jason Bourne himself.
Exactly,
Bro.
bro.
He was feeling that
I'll
energy.
fight you right
See
here,
my
right
cap
now,
right now,
Abuela.
my cap, my shorts. I'm an undercover.
Yeah,
Exactly. So we get into the theater, and I remember there was like not a lot of people, so we sat here, and then there were like maybe 4-seat gap to the next people, but they asked us to move forward just in case more people came. So we got up and we filled the seats. And I noticed that when we filled the seats, I looked at my dad. This chick is sitting right next to my dad. This old, and I say this chick, but she's like a 70-year-old lady.
she's
That's
an
how
old,
much I disrespect her. It's just
yeah,
this
yeah.
chick. That's who she is.
This old.
So I
woman.
go to look at my dad because, you know, we're excited to see it. I'm literally just looking like, oh, ready? And then past him, I notice that it's her, and she looks at me, and she kind of registers that we're like sitting next to each other. And this bitch shoots me a dirty look where she's like, like that. So naturally, I was like, oh, you want to play these games? So I just stared at her for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I didn't make it. I just...
That works though.
And I think I scared her because like after 30 seconds, she was like, she did a couple double takes, and then she was like, she like sat.
Yeah.
We got up after the show was done. The show was great. We leave, and then an older Hispanic man who I hope is with her. Like, I hope they're in the same party. I don't know if that's factual or not, but I really do. Tries to get in a fight with my dad. So, like, they're all walking out. It's still unorganized as shit, and they bump into each other. So my dad is like, oh, so sorry. And the guy's like, what the fuck? Old guy, white hair. My dad's like, relax. And then he looks at my dad, and he goes like this. Come on. Keep in mind,
Bro, the fact that
this shit empties into a gift shop. This
yeah.
isn't like
He's
outside
going
or
to a
like
gift shop.
You're literally fighting next to fucking Mickey
yeah.
ears. And
So he
shit.
goes like that to my dad, and my dad's response was mad funny. He was like,
I imagine your dad doing that. I imagine him making that fucking face, bro.
good.
How else do you respond to that?
Any
Some old
any
guy
old
goes,
dude that's ready to fight,
Come
like,
on.
Like, no. Like, imagine that. You'd be like, you die, bro. You're not allowed to go in the fucking cold, bro. Like,
Okay.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
God.
so we went to. By the way, real quick, weed is super lax in Florida. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Well, I know the whole thing is they have the Delta 8 shit, which is like a different.
It's not real. It's not real.
It's like a
weed.
cousin to weed. It has like a gene or some shit that they take out, but it's
not
still,
it's not weed.
No, it is.
I know, but it's like
it still gets you high, but it's like not as potent, I think, or something like that.
It's way less, yeah.
But regardless, since it's like the cousin to it, it's still federally legal. So Florida can sell it wherever they want. But since everything is like so lax because of that, these smoke shops can also just sell straight up weed.
Because I remember in PA there was Delta 8 everywhere when I went to the
Exactly.
Poconos. It was like all over.
But so we went to a smoke shop, and real quick, it was like I've never had an experience where they gave me a free sample before. That was crazy. Like they give you a bowl and like a whole like where they sell the bowls for like $2 a piece. Like she just pulled one out and she broke it up and she gave me like a torch and she's like, yeah, you could try it. And I was like, for real?
Bro,
So
that feels like a setup, bro.
Yeah, right. I was like, is
Walking
Chris
in-
Hansen about to walk out or something?
Sit down.
Take a seat for me.
Take a seat. Yeah. Did
So, I hit like half of it and being respectful and paying for this shit. It was when I was getting Jose's cigarettes, whatever. And I paid for it and she's like, you can finish that. And I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, that's yours. And I was like, thank you. And I told my dad, I was like, I'm about to come back every hour on the hour. Like,
hey, yo, I need another free sample.
But
Oh, he goes, thank you.
yeah, but we went back and my dad just bought a bunch of shit and he asked if they had edibles and she's like, we actually have some of the strongest ones on the market. So they were like 200 milligrams each, not the bag, each for 200 milligrams,
Crazy.
2,000 total. And as soon as I heard that, my eyes went. I was like,
I'm gonna die. Yeah.
no, not that. I was like, he's gonna die because this motherfucker is so used to the 20, 50 type things and he doesn't,
Yeah, he'll just.
So as soon as she said that, I said to him, I was like, you got to take half. And then she said, yeah, I only took half and I was good. So he should have known better. But when we were taking the flight back, the plan was, before we were taking off, we were going to take our pieces, eat it, and hope.
Yeah, half and half.
Exactly. Right? And keep in mind, I had one on the flight over there, like, on the way to Florida, and I knocked out for 3 hours and had a nightmare that my house was getting shot at. And when I woke up, it was like the turbulence from the plane. And I was like, okay, I'm good. I'll stay up from now. Just watch like fucking 90 Day Fiancé.
I mean, that's the point.
Something.
I mean, you're not like, watch fucking a movie from 2019.
So we went back to New York and I asked my dad, I was like, can I have one? I ate half. I gave him back my half because I didn't want to go crazy. And then I watched Uncharted. Great movie. Loved it. It was a lot of fun. After the movie was done, I wasn't really feeling it all that much. So I asked him, I was like, do you have the other half? And he's like, yeah. Goes in the bag. He's like, oh, I can't find it. So he gives me another full one. So then I take half and I eat it and I give it back. And he's like, just eat it. And I'm like, all right, fine. So my dad, peer pressured me into eating 300 milligrams worth of edibles. The shit didn't hit me until the plane landed. All was fine and dandy. Everything was great. Plane landed. I got up and I was like, no.
Now I gotta leave an airport.
But the funny thing was, is my uncle and aunt picked us up and we got into the plane. And meanwhile, my mom knows and she's fucking cracking up because like I'm just there like I want to go home. I just want to lay down. Fucking, we got in the car and I have like my backpack on my lap and I just have like my arms on it like that. My mom is talking to my aunt next to me and they're having like a whole conversation. And while they're having the conversation, I'm smiling with my mouth open. So I'm like this. And then my head is just getting slightly lower until it's like falling in my backpack. And then my aunt looks at me and she's like, you're fucked up. And then she even came for the barbecue the next day. She was telling everybody, she was like, yo, this motherfucker was fucked up in the car, yo. I was like, leave me alone. My dad did it to me.
Yo.
And then sure enough, my dad, he was like, bro, I was up till like 4 o'clock that morning. I couldn't sleep that night, bro. I was up. I couldn't. And I was like, it was your fucking decision, dude. Listen.
Speaking of fucked up, should I tell Dylan the bar story that I told you guys, or is that really not that interesting?
I don't remember it.
Okay.
What story?
So here's a story. My girlfriend.
Now I remember it.
My girlfriend messages me on Facebook because that's how she responds. She was like, "Look at this," and it was an event because this is the 35th anniversary of the Lost Boys. Okay. So she says they're having a Lost Boys screening and a music video shoot at this bar, and I'm like, "Oh, they're probably need for like extras to be in the background and shit. Let's go." So we get really lit before going into the bar, and when we get into the bar, they're like, all right, okay, you're here for the Lost Boys event? Yeah, all right. So we sit at the bar, and like as soon as it starts hitting, I'm starting noticing like the room is like shifting, and I'm like, oh shit, no, it's hitting now. The second thing I noticed was like, wow, there's a lot of minorities in this bar. You know, normally in the gothic scene, it's a lot of like pale people, but like everyone was like black and brown. And then I look and there's this viejita just like walking, and she was like, hi. And I was like, oh, hi. Like she wanted to get through, and I moved over for her. She's very sweet. But then this is where the night gets really weird. This woman comes with a snake, and my girlfriend's like, oh my gosh, can I hold it?
There's this crowd of fucking...
This story is just going to get
I
better
know,
and better.
but I
oh
can
my
tell.
God, this snake is so cute. Can I hold it? I'm too fucked up to touch a snake. And I'm just watching it. I'm like, oh, no, well, okay, yeah, you go hold it. And she's like, yeah, how long have you had the snake? And she said, it's not mine. And I'm like, what? Yeah, some guy came with like 4 snakes, and he's just like giving them around to people.
Bro, I want a snake.
No.
And I was like, what the fuck? And my girlfriend was like, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I said, don't take it. Don't take it right now. We don't need that right now.
I just drunk girlfriend with the snake is like a horrible nightmare, bro.
So then, next thing you know, this really brolic woman, I'm talking like one of the madrigals from Encanto, comes up. And she's wearing this green top, neon green, glowing, but like neon green and black skirt and crop top.
Yeah.
And she goes up and goes, all right, listen up. This is how it's going to go down. We're going to film the music video. You got to be in the front if you want to be seen. In the back, you're not. And like people are giggling and talking, okay, yeah, we're not. And I better not hear any back talk, because if we have a problem, I'm going to choke you out of the bar myself and kick you out.
I believe it.
Are we going to have a problem? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, why does she sound like a high school gym teacher?
That's what I got. I was like, this is a drill sergeant.
And
but in a black
Joe, you
woman.
better be careful before you start a problem with her. Like,
I was
straight
like,
up.
no, but like, I'm looking at her, and what's funny is that we're all old, like black and brown people, and they're all acting like high schoolers still. Like, oh, okay. And like, the viejitas cackling and like, and then, all right, she gets off stage. And this white guy comes up on stage wearing a long black leather coat and makeup and everything. So he gets on the mic and we're like, woo! And I'm wondering, oh, is this the music video? We just gotta like ignore the cameras. So I'm paying attention to the guy. Music starts playing, and it's like, it sounds like a 9 Inch Nails kind of beat. And he just goes, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest. And it was like a 9 Inch Deftones cover of Mr. Sandman.
Joey, where did you go?
And that's what I was thinking. At this point, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
This is
place?
never good. If you see an event that's promoted on Facebook, do not go to it.
No, I learned my lesson.
Yeah,
and I look at my girlfriend. I'm like, what is this?
Only old
And she's
people
like,
use
I don't know. He finishes the song, and everyone's like, yeah, and like mocking him, like, encore. Let's go.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Love that shit.
I'm like, what is going on?
I know what my jam of the week is going to be now.
So then they're like, all right, everyone. And as he's done and getting off the stage, I'm noticing that the stage looks like the set of a living room. There's a couch, it has a rug, and there's another fake door. And then I look over to the bar wall, and it's like fake pictures and fake things. And I'm like, what? And I look at the entrance that we walked into, and the door says Producer's Lounge. And immediately I'm like, what the fuck is this place? What did we step into? I don't think this bar was real. I think it was a set.
Soundstage, bro.
It was a set. Like, it was a living room set on this side. If you needed a bar, there's a bar set. And they just so happened to sell liquor and everything.
Joey thinks he's at a bar. He's on the set of Cheers.
I'm like, what is this?
Hey, Norm.
Joey watches a show from like 3 weeks from now. He's in other scenes for shit. He's like,
Joey's in Bob Hart's Abishola.
Yeah.
It gets weirder because we're sitting next to like what it looks like a broom closet. Then the door swings open to thunderous applause. Yeah! And like stage lights, and out comes a naked woman. And she closes the door behind her, and she just like gets a towel and starts wiping herself down. And I'm like, what the fuck? We got in here, we had to go up mad steps. Yeah. And it doesn't look like there's anything in this small broom closet because there should just be steps. There was a whole audience, like stage lights and rigs and everything, and a naked woman comes out. And me and my girlfriend are just staring at her like, where did she come from? What was in that room? And then this older woman comes out wearing like this silk like dress, like walking out. And my girlfriend asks her, hey, excuse me, what's in that room? And she was like, oh, get this. It is a burlesque, speakeasy, nudist performance. And this is my star. And she points to the naked girl who's now like in like a monkey.
Who's been through it, yeah.
No, who's like in a monkey position on a stool and is like this. Just like. And I looked at her and like part of me was about to blurt out, do you want to do this? Like, or like, are you okay? Like, what is going on now? I was so confused. And then I was like, all right. And my girlfriend goes, are they going to do the movie? And we see this black woman get up and she asks, when's the movie? And they're like, it's happening very soon, ma'am. Okay. It's good. Just thank you for being patient. And I looked away and I looked back and she was gone. And I was like, where'd she go? And my girlfriend goes, there's a room. The smoke room looked like a black box and there were theater chairs. Maybe they're screening it in there right now. Because I lost track of time when we were in this fake bar.
What the fuck is behind door number 3?
So we're walking. There's lights to like for the aesthetic and everything. Some smoke because of this fog machine and stuff. And we go into the black box. It's brightly lit. All the lights are on. There's about like a few people scattered in the black box seat. And I look on stage and there's this guy like popping and locking to like an old 80s radio. Just like popping and locking. to like very low faint because the radio is old.
I know it's not that old, but I'm picturing like a gramophone. You know what I mean? Just like,
and he's popping and locking and there are people watching this performance. Yeah. So I go and I'm watching him and I go to sit down and my girlfriend tugs me and goes, we're not staying.
Joey's ready. He's like, okay,
Joey found the one part of the place. He was like, I could chill.
This isn't the naked burlesque show. I think I'm good.
I could vibe. No, there's no snakes here.
No. He was listening to something, but I swear in my mind it was the Krusty Krab like doo 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 doo.
We should have filmed it and then like yeah.
We left the area and I looked at the awning and the awning says the producers, black box, theatric, bar lounge area. And I was like, what was this? We look at the Facebook thing. I don't know if the movie happened or not. There was a raffle. No one knows if the raffle happened or not.
Maybe you won. You just don't know.
I don't even know.
You probably won a ticket to go back.
You probably want an autograph from the naked woman or the snake guy.
Yeah, made with the snake.
I have no idea what was that. That night was just so bizarre.
Yeah, that sounds like you didn't do that.
No,
that sounds like
you
fucking woke up and you know what I mean.
It was a dream.
Yeah.
You want to hear a real quick funny story? I met one of my girlfriend's friends and she was telling me about her first time on acid, and she says I was with my friends and we were like near this like beach where we saw the ocean, and out comes this little person, and she says, and it sounds really offensive, but he came out and I blurted out, it's a leprechaun. But she says what was crazy is that he then pulls out a fiddle. And I was like, no,
I believe it.
She was like, he pulls out a fiddle and he's like asking for money, like putting all his hat and everything. And all of our friends are just staring at him like, is this really happening? And when he was done playing, he looked at us and smiled and really went, you're high as hell, aren't you? You're all like tripping right now. And
this
they're
is
like,
why you stay home when you do that shit.
Yeah, that's why you don't go out. Because that's the thing. Because it's like shit like that. You'll be like, is this like that's actually happening? And you cannot believe it.
Like I wasn't believing her. Like I was like maybe this was all in your head. Maybe this was all in you. But she said that he was playing Strawberry Fields Forever, like Beatles covers, and then was like gaslighting them, like, oh, I knew the Beatles, I knew Paul McCartney, you know.
Yeah. That's hysterical, bro.
I was the half Beatle.
The half
4.5.
2.5 Beatles.
There was actually 5.5. Everybody knows the fifth Beatle. Everybody knows the half Beatle.
The fuck? Why'd you guys do all this cool shit, bro?
I was in another state,
yeah,
so
you did.
I don't
blame
him.
He sounds like he was in another
Go
state.
hang out. Another state of mind.
Different kind of state.
It was somewhere
mental
else.
state.
Fucking, what was I gonna say? No, I was gonna swing it on to one last thing before the end of the podcast. I was gonna swing it on to I was gonna intro it with a game that's come out recently. Shout out to MultiVersus.
Yeah.
I feel like Dylan's the only one that hasn't jumped on that wave yet, right?
I'll be on it.
Thank you, because when they play, I'm played by myself.
So Joey and Jerry played, while I was away in Florida, and then when I came back, I really wanted to play it, but I was like, you have to finish episode 100, because I know myself. I was like, if I start playing before I finish episode 100, that shit is not getting done, and that shit's getting uploaded like next week. So I finished the show, and then I got I downloaded, I tried it, but today was like the first time Jerry and I really played, and I'm feeling it. I'm liking it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Bugs is nice. You gotta watch out for me and Jerry's
you know what's
Bugs
funny?
and Tom and Jerry.
When I was picking a main, I was purposely choosing like who would Bobby not pick. I was like, I don't want to pick a character, and then Bobby comes out and he's like, I fucking mastered this character.
Bugs
can't play
Batman,
him.
really. Like,
Well,
So-
no, but like that's where you motivate yourself to be, get better.
hey, that's how I got good with Falco.
Yeah, that's how you get good with
Like,
shit.
Jerry used to play Falco, and I got pissed, and I was
knew
like,
it
I'm
was
just
gonna
use
be
that
Bugs.
character.
I knew it was gonna be Bugs. I saw Bugs, and I was like doing his play style, and I was like, this is Bobby's character.
My boy.
I'm not touching this one.
Nah, but you know, it's a really fun game, and one thing that I like about it a lot, like I knew I was gonna like it a lot, but coming in, I don't know why I said that same exact thing twice in a row. Like, coming into the game, I didn't really think like about it, but all the DC properties, like just coming together in harmony, working together, like. Joe, you mentioned it, how the characters talk to each other even when they're not from the same franchises, and how they have like their original voice actors, and that they have the stages that play the music from those places. There's even like the Rick and Morty stage that plays like a super hype theme of the song, and it's just like a lot of love went into the game from those like properties and stuff. So I started thinking like, ooh, who do I want next, right?
I know who I want.
We were joking like, oh, I want Daffy. I want Rick. I want what did I say? I said Nightwing. Like that'd be super
I want the
cool.
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs would be cool. There's so many different properties to pull from. And then in thinking about that, I started thinking about all the properties that DC could bring in. And then that got me to thinking how DC has really gotten themselves into a really fucking giant jam with their movies and television shows.
Yeah.
So have you heard about this mess of
You said it, but I think there's more. I kind of just brushed it off. I think there's more you can expand.
So the one thing that I heard at the beginning was that Batgirl got shelved, which was really hard to hear, because that was like, it wasn't really one that I was well, I'm not gonna say that I was excited for. I'm not gonna say like I was like, you know, biting my nails like Batgirl, like. But to be honest, like there was a lot going for it. Like we were supposed to see Michael Keaton's Batman return, and they were gonna set that whole fucking thing up. Brendan Fraser was playing Firefly, and Brendan Fraser's kind of making a big comeback in movies, so I was excited to see him act again. But then they were just like, nope, we're gonna get rid of it, and the movie's filmed. Like they were just like, nope, we're scrapping it. Yeah. And they basically said that they're trying to work on like a new 10-year plan, very similarly to how like Marvel does things, to kind of like get everything in a well-oiled fashion, which in my opinion is like 15 years too late. But
I mean, yeah, you do
you're
that
too
when
late.
shit goes horribly,
right?
Then you fix it. Yeah.
But now there's like a whole new plan going forward. I mean, like the whole annoying thing is nobody knows what the deal with Batman is anymore, because like they just had the Robert Pattinson The Batman come out, and it was a great movie, did well critically, did well at the box office. And then Jason Momoa posted a picture on Instagram like 2 weeks ago with Ben Affleck, and he's like, back with the bat for Aquaman 2, and they announced that Ben Affleck's going to continue playing Batman. So it's like, make up your fucking mind, right?
I mean, would you want to see like Robert Pattinson take his place with all those other, like, they look cartoony compared to Robert Pattinson's Batman?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson Batman feels, it gives me like a
grounded.
No, I think with DC you just go with whatever works.
It gives me like a Christian Bale type Batman kind
I
of
was thinking about it, and I had two theories. So one theory is that they're trying the whole multiverse thing right off the bat, right? So we have Pattinson and Joaquin Phoenix as Batman and Joker, but we also have Ben Affleck and Jared Leto's Joker and shit like that, right? So maybe they're trying to do some aspect of that. And then the other theory I had was maybe they're the same character, but from two different periods, because obviously Pattinson's is way younger, second year into Batman. He's meeting Joker at the same time Joker's just starting his kind of foray into Batman. So are they the same characters? Do they exist in two different time periods?
I hope they don't fuck it up.
I don't know.
I'd really like to see Joaquin Phoenix Joker interact with Robert Pattinson's Batman. And I don't know if that's going to happen, or, Joaquin Phoenix Joker is the one that inspires a new Joker.
Yeah, so that's probably not going to happen.
But, like, it'd be dope to see Joaquin Phoenix and
it's
Robert Pattinson go head-to-head.
But no, it's not going to happen, because even in the Joker, there's that scene where that references Bruce Wayne's parents' death, and he's like 5 or whatever.
I want to see Joaquin Phoenix, like his Joker, actually be Joker.
Well, that's the thing. He's not Joker.
Yeah,
that's kind of that's the gist.
Yeah.
He's just
the influence.
A joke.
No,
he's the influence to a crazier man.
Yeah, he's the one who inspired the future Joker. He's not the Joker. Because the Joker doesn't have an origin story. We don't know what his name is, or even how he became like that. Yeah. But hopefully DC gets their shit together. I mean, I'm excited to see. Oddly enough, Shazam looks really good. Fury of the Gods, and Black Adam looks fucking solid. Black Adam is going to be really good because it has like a lot of the characters from the JSA from like the older time period of heroes. So like Dr. Fate, Hawkman and shit. That's going to be awesome.
You gonna watch the Super Dogs movie?
I am going to watch
is that the Dwayne Rock, Kevin Hart
with
Super
Crypto
Dogs?
the Super Dog?
I'll watch that. Yeah.
There is like actually a large amount of movies that I have to see. I want to see that. I want to see
Minions
Bullet
Rise of
Train.
Gru?
No. I want to see...
You see Nope?
I want to see Gray Man. I want to see Nope.
Nope was good.
I read the synopsis for Nope, and I was like, that sounded like a fucking sick-ass movie, so
It's
I have
cool.
to watch that, yeah. But, yeah, I got to get on top of that. Like, it's my list of fucking movies to watch that
shit to
recently
do.
came out. Yeah.
I want to see Bullet Train. I want to see Bad Bunny.
All right. Oh, yeah. Bad Bunny.
On the train.
So it's that time of the show
It
where
is.
we bring it on low and we talk toe to foe, no row, but don't no co. You heard?
Oh,
So it's jam of the week and yam of the week and bam of the week and slam of the week.
let's go. You remembered.
All right, I actually never remember who's bam and slam. I think he's bam and you're slam.
You got it.
Let's
Bam.
fucking go.
It's fitting.
And you're jam, right?
No.
Okay. To be honest, this is gonna be a weird one for me
Yeah.
because I don't actually have a jam of the week.
Add that to the movies. Listen to more music.
Right. But I'm gonna use a song that's in the jams from a very long time ago that I have had on repeat this week. So it technically is like a jam of the week. It's just
Classic.
not a jam I found.
An
this
old jam.
week. Yeah. So go ahead and listen to "Canned Heat" by Jamiroquai. It's a
Oh, you've
fire
never picked
song.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for reference, if you don't know what song that is, you might know what song it is. It's the song that Napoleon Dynamite dances to at the end of Napoleon Dynamite. So great fucking
Makes
funky
sense that
ass,
it's a jam, though.
funky ass jam.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Funky.
that's
It's a dope
JOT
jam.
dubs.
Dope. My yam of the week is a song called Minuscule by Belmont. Really sick band. It's like they just kind of like took like 3 or 4 different pop punk bands and just kind of like mushed them together. One of those bands that like they're always shredding. It's like both the guitarists are just doing this for no fucking reason, you know? He could be singing, he could be doing whatever, but they're just going crazy. And it's
Fire.
yeah, I may, if Joey wants to go to this concert with me, they're opening for a band in
Yo,
September.
I'll go.
So
Lady.
Mashed up like a melted gummy bear.
yeah.
Word.
Not
That's
looking
what
too good.
you put for mashed up, not potatoes.
No,
Melted
I mean,
gummy
like
bear.
I agree with
Melting
him.
gummy
I
bear.
agree with him because I said 3 or 4, and you get that one gummy bear that's like all of them combined. You're like, what the fuck?
Hey, fucking 2 against 2.
Word. I too haven't been listening to a lot of music, but I did this morning saw a TikTok for a show I liked from Adult Swim, Moral Oral, and it was this song with like scenes from that show that fit perfectly. And I was like, oh shit, the song, the creator of the song is Father John Misty, and the song is called Pure Comedy. And it gives me like, the song "Sing Us a Song, You're the Piano Man" mixed with happier Elton John vibes. But it's like very kind of like sad, saying that life is, it's all pure comedy.
I know Father John Misty. I just haven't heard this song.
He's he's really good.
Oh shit.
Your life is pure comedy.
Yo, I'm gonna pick a song from the new Suicide Boys album.
Yo,
Which one? Called "Resistance Is Useless."
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like the beat on that
That's a
one.
good one.
I'm gonna be jamming
Yeah.
that.
I pick Simple Reasons. Sound good.
Sound good in my ear holes. You know?
Sound good. Thanks for watching the Joystick Show, episode 101.
This also sounds good.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
that's the episode after 100. Not a lot of people know that. It's also the episode before 102, which you could watch a week from now, where we'll talk about
Probably.
different things, maybe do some stuff, maybe watch some things,
103 down.
It is a variety podcast after all, with a little bit of comedy. Yeah, you see.
That was a lot, yeah.
Totally
Give
got
us
you with
thing to
that
talk
one.
about.
And if you didn't laugh at that one, yeah, see, you laughed at
Oh,
that
wow.
one. And if you didn't laugh at either of those two, go watch somebody
Keys?
else. It'd be really cool if you could like Team Joystick. That's us.
Mhm.
That's us
Like.
4 right here. Yeah, there's a 5th one. He lives in New Jersey. He comes by every now and then.
Yeah.
And
we
it'd
see
be
him.
cool if you could subscribe to the Team Joystick YouTube channel. As we do like the podcast every Wednesday, but we got some more fun stuff coming up, in the realm of maybe some video game videos, maybe some us hanging out, maybe some us figuring some things out about life, maybe us paradising. I don't know if that's a word. Some things that we want to make, but you're gonna see a lot more hardy hars on Team Joystick. So get
And a
ready
lot
for
of
that.
us. So get fucking ready.
Definitely.
You're
Yeah.
gonna see a lot of us.
Because that's what people want.
Good camera quality,
we're
good
ugly?
cameras, good mics.
Us. They want us. So what are we gonna leave them a comment with? I got a good one. Who do you want to see in MultiVersus? think that's a good idea, right? You got a whole fucking pool of Warner Brothers characters you could pick from. You got DC superheroes. You've got Cartoon Network characters.
Like
Well,
LeBron
you
is in the
Warner
game.
Bros.
Who's your favorite in the multiverse, and why will they not ignore children at amusement parks?
I like that.
Nice.
I like that.
Would they be
And,
the people ignoring children, or would they high five?
And that being said, I mean, there's not really much else to say, so we could really just we could end it. Bye.